Indian weddings are the best, period. There, I said it. But hold on, I am not just saying this to pander to the Indian audience, or upset the Greeks, or the Mexicans, or even the Italians for that matter, or because India just wrapped up the world's most expensive wedding.
The star-studded wedding, which the couple celebrated with so-called pre-events for almost 5 months, cost the Ambanis around $600 million, according to reports.
But if I were to tell you there is a fun party out there where you will be dressing up in not one but different outfits throughout the day for multiple days, and there will be great food, and you will be singing, dancing, and partying your ass off. Well, in one line, that's an Indian wedding for you, but one line is way too small. Indian weddings are lavish, expensive events for sure, but there are many reasons why they are the best. So, in this video, I am going to give you 4 reasons that make Indian weddings truly exceptional and one of a kind. 1. Multiple days of ceremonies. In Indian culture, weddings are seen as a union not just of 2 individuals, but of 2 families. This naturally increases the number of attendees and the length of the celebrations.
Can I be honest? I did feel like I kept hearing that you were getting married, and it was like, didn't you have like 19 ceremonies or something?
Oh, come on. That's an exaggeration. Just about 32.
First of all, for those of you who are not familiar with Indian weddings, they can take several days, even weeks, due to the different cultural traditions and the involvement of family. That's because Indian weddings are deeply rooted in tradition, with each community having its own set of rituals that need to be performed. These rituals are considered essential for the proper sanctification of the marriage. So mainly, they are classified into 3 main categories. 1. Pre-wedding. 2. Main wedding. 3. Post-wedding. The pre-wedding rituals include roka, or engagement ceremony, which mark the official announcement of the couple's intention to marry. Then, there is a Mehendi ceremony, where the bride's hands and feet are adorned with intricate henna designs, and this ceremony is accompanied by music and dance. There is the Haldi ceremony, where turmeric paste is applied to the bride and groom's body to bless them with prosperity and ward off evil spirits. This is a joyful event celebrated separately at the homes of the bride and groom, and a night dedicated to singing, dancing, and musical performances, which is called Sangeet. Family members and friends perform choreographed dances, making it a lively and entertaining event. In some regions, a separate Sangeet night is held just for women, where they sing traditional songs and dance. Then there is the main wedding, which is the actual wedding ceremony, which includes ceremonies like the Baraat, groom's procession, Kanyadan, giving away the bride, and Saptapadi, 7 sacred vows. And finally, in the post-wedding, which is held after the wedding, a reception is thrown, a grand party where the couple is introduced as newlyweds to family and friends. 2. Food. Indian food is perfect wedding food. Indian weddings are synonymous with grand, lavish feasts. The meals often include multiple courses, with an extensive selection of appetizers, main courses, sides, desserts, and beverages.
You don't want to make 300 steaks at one time. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to make 300 chicken parms at one time. You know what I mean? That's like lunchroom food for kids. Like, that's the reason why it sucks when you go to public school. You get like...
In weddings, usually wedding food sucks, because when cooking in bulk, it's harder to maintain the same consistency and quality across all servings. So, when it sits for a long time, it cools off and loses quality. In Indian weddings, there are stews and curries, so time to get it on a plate is not an important factor. In fact, as more time passes by, the better the food gets. The longer the stew sits, the better it gets. 3. Music and dance. Music and dance is in the blood of every Indian.
Singing is not an important part, but they're more kind of conventional movie 12 hours.
Singing and dancing we do everywhere.
Okay.
You give us a chance. You know, I could be doing an operation on a woman, removing her appendix, and I can start singing. Dil to hai mera janam.
That's what I would...
And Indian weddings are no exception to that. The best thing in Indian wedding dances is that there is absolutely no judgment. It doesn't even matter if you can dance or not. All you gotta do is move your body, move your hands a little, and join in. But if you want to find the one thing that sets Indian weddings apart, it's this.
Look at that. Look at that. The guy in blue coming through, dude. I love it. Oh, that's so...
This is John Cena dancing at the Ambani wedding, but take a look at the huddle. He is literally doing the iconic "you can't see me" pose. Unlike many other cultures, there is no romanticizing in Indian weddings, which makes you assimilate into the culture without any judgment or feeling insecure about how you look when you dance, which normally would happen if you were trying to impress anyone. Like, for example, in American weddings, you would usually find couples dancing in pairs, but in Indian weddings, men, women, children, old people, anybody can dance with anybody, regardless of their gender age. Men dance with men, children dance with old people, and they all form a huddle, and it's a pure celebration of joy. Fourth, community. If you often observe, Indians live in a very tightly knit community. Indian weddings involve large gatherings, with family, friends, and even entire communities coming together to celebrate. Indian weddings are known for their hospitality, with multiple events allowing hosts to spend quality time with different groups of guests. In Indian weddings, there is also a culture of giving back to the community. So, in many Indian weddings, it is considered auspicious to feed the needy. This can involve organizing meals at temples or distributing food to those in need as a way of sharing the couple's happiness with the wider community. For example, in the Ambani wedding, while the world media was so focused on the wedding extravaganza, they forgot that the Ambanis organized a 40-day community meal known as a bhandara. In their home, Antilia in Mumbai, almost 9,000 people were fed daily. Many months prior to that, they also initiated the ritual of Anna Seva, a community food service, where they served 51,000 villagers in Jamnagar. But that's not it. The Ambanis also organized Samu Viva, or mass weddings for 50 underprivileged couples. The family presented each couple with gold ornaments, including Mangal Sutra, wedding rings, and nose rings, and silver ornaments such as toe rings and anklets. They also gifted each couple with groceries and household items, and on top of this, each bride was presented a check of 1,01,000 rupees as her Sridhan. So, the combination of these rituals and ceremonies, along with the pure celebration, music, dance, and the sense of community in Indian weddings, makes them a multi-day affair, filled with joy, tradition, and cultural richness. Do you think Indian weddings are the best? And why? Let us know in the comments section. If you watched the entire video up until this point, make sure to check out our other videos as well, and subscribe to the channel for more such content. Until next time!